All right, here we go. Seasonal anime. Might as well go ahead and get into this. Highly recommended by Bankai. Anyway, it's some kid that was running away. He looked like he was running from Freddy Krueger because it looked like he was in that boiler room that he killed all those kids in. So it looked like he was running from Freddy Krueger. I don't know exactly what he was running away from. And then it looked like some bitch like took herself out. That's what it looked like. Some girl walked the plank and just jumped off this building or something. Anyway, we fast forward, and that kid, his name is his name is Katsuhira, right? And he's weird as hell, and he can't feel pain, and he's being extorted. Some bullies are beating the fuck out of him to get his money. He gives it to him, and his friend Chidori, she's asking him, why the fuck is he doing that? He basically says it's more trouble to try to fight anything else. Just give him the money, and then I can keep on moving. That's how he feels. So he's just trying to avoid the situation, whether he had to give him the money or not. Anyway, the bullies, they came to collect their taxes. They taxed the motherfucker. They said, you got to give us every dime of your money. He said, if you come across here and you don't have that money, he said, boy, you ain't going to be so pretty once you get back home. That's how it go. Anyway, they try to collect their taxes. He doesn't have any money. They're beating the fuck out of him. And this dude named Tenga, I think his name's Tenga or Hijime, he pays those taxes in full. Basically, he beat the fuck out of the bullies. And that was that. Just trying to help the kid. But I don't think he was just trying to help the kid for himself. He liked beating people up. And he said, well, I got a reason to beat these people up. That's what it looked like to me. I don't know what type of people he goes after. Some people like beating people up, but they don't want to pick on the defenseless. Sometimes it's because it's not a challenge. Sometimes it's because they actually don't like hurting, good people. And when they take their anger out on somebody, they're going to take it out on somebody that's doing the same thing. Fuck it. He's doing the same thing. I'll take him out. Now, here's the crazy part about it. Why isn't this dude dead? The main character, Katsuhira, right? He can't feel pain. If he can't feel pain, that means he should be dead right now. Now, I know it's an anime, which is, the reason why I'm not taking it too seriously. I just want y'all to know there are people in this world that can't feel pain at all, right? And guess what? They're fucking dead. Because, let's say they break their ankle. They don't know. They can't feel it. They keep walking on it. Then their foot's all messed up. That's how that works. Then this is messed up. This is messed up. Kids who can't feel pain, their parents have to constantly check on them and make sure they're not hurting themselves. The kid to go ahead and break their finger and look at it and just be like, oh, wow, that looks weird. They can't feel it. They don't know. They're not scared of hurting themselves. And they're not paying attention to the fact that they're going to need that shit later on. But they're kids. When they get older, then they'll say, you know what? Logically, I might want to use my arm later on. It's less about the pain. It's more about, just being able to use your faculties. But anyway, if you really couldn't feel pain, your life would be fucked up. It wouldn't hurt, but you'll be crippled. By the time you're 20 something, you'll be crippled for life because you'll be walking around on broken legs, broken. If you hurt your ankle, you know what you do? You rest on the other ankle and let that other ankle heal. But they don't. They get a sprain. They don't know it. They just keep on going. And then if they eventually they're gonna break down, they will be out. They're just gonna break down. It's just gonna be all there is to it. They will be fucked up. Now, with that being stated, they can't understand all the emotions humans go through. They can't understand pain. They know there's something happening that the person doesn't like, and that's it. It's like telling somebody that's blind, that's been blind their whole lives, what's it like to see. They're going to be confused because they have no way of knowing, and they don't have any type of way of knowing. Now, anyway, when these bullies, when the Tinga beat up those bullies, this girl shows up with these goddamn weird ass dudes, like in like mascot suits or something like that, and they gang up on his ass. Anyway, that the girl that shows up, she says she's in Katsuhira's class, right? And then she just tries to kill the motherfucker, pushes him down some stairs and whatnot. He's all beat the fuck up, right? But here's the problem: shouldn't I have killed his ass? Now she explains that it, that that his injuries was distributed evenly amongst everybody. But if you break your fucking neck, how does that unbreak your damn neck? I don't know. We'll go with it. I don't know. They got some type of way where the pain is distributed evenly, so he's able to keep on moving. This dude's gonna fucking kill everybody. The girl was basically, she kept saying a whole bunch of dumb shit and bullshit about the 7 deadly sins and how people can't understand each other. Basically, what she's talking about is empathy. And then she told Katsuhira, what her plans were. She said that it was a city that was set up as an experiment where they were basically experimenting with empathy, people's ability to understand somebody else. She said the only way for that to happen is if they do it through pain. And you can feel the other person's pain. Shit. They were talking about war. She said, man, people go to war, people fight all the time. She said, but if you can feel their pain, she said, I guarantee you that shit wouldn't happen. If you got fucked up with them, shit. You would want the best for your enemy if you knew that hurting him would hurt you, or hurting her would hurt you, whoever the fuck it is. Makes total sense. When she was talking about this deadly sins or whatever, what she really meant was that in the experiment, they wanted to gather different people. The people just had to have different personalities and whatnot. And then I think she was looking for some negative traits within each person. And that's what the whole 7 deadly sins thing was about. Somebody who's got a negative trait, if they can understand the next person and what they do, because when they got a negative trait, obviously 9 out of 10 times it's hurting somebody else. The fucking gluttony thing, as long as there's food for everybody, you're not hurting anybody. But when we talk about things that affect other people, that's when it becomes a big deal. So I think what she's trying to do is, and she linked everybody up so they could feel each other's pain. And they finally realized it by the end. They were like, damn, that shit hurt when you just hurt yourself. She's trying to link everybody to the experiment to see. I don't know if she's the head honcho or whatever, but they're trying to see what would happen if everybody had empathy and was scared to hurt the other person because it would hurt them. What would happen? Every fucking war on the planet would end. Poverty would end. Everybody would want everybody doing good. It's like she said, it'd be all for one and one for all. Now she says it really should be all for one. One for all and all for victory. I disagree. Should be all for one, one for all, and all for victory. You got to put that all for one because sometimes it's one for all, which is basically what we go through in America, where one person got to pay taxes and shit like that, and then the government is screwing the fuck out of them, which means that all against one. So you got to do everything within your power to make sure the group is doing good. But what about the group making sure that you're doing okay? That got to happen too. Fuck that, goddamn it. If I'm paying these taxes, motherfucker, I need to have the same thing everybody else got. It can't be no bullshit in the game. If I'm paying my fair share, I should get my fair share of the fucking power, the resources, and everything. Period. Don't mean I should be number one. Obviously, everybody can't be number one. Somebody's got to be number one, or some group has to be number one. Something has to be number one. But I'm not gonna be dead last. Fuck that. You lost your money. You out your rabbit ass mind. So I think that's what they're trying to study. Seems interesting. It seems interesting. Now, the first thing that comes through my mind is this dude. The people that they connect in order to feel each other's pains are called connivers. Like the conniving is a motherfucker. No, I'm playing. The name is Kiznaiver. Kiznaiver, yeah. That's what they call them. But the thing I would be scared of is the dude who can't feel pain. He can't feel it. So when he gets hurt, everybody else gets hurt. And then it's going to be like, oh shit, we need to watch out for this motherfucker and make sure he stays in check. Now, what I think they're trying to do is, I think they did experiments on other people. I'm thinking that now's the final experiment. They're experimenting with somebody who doesn't feel pain. How can somebody who doesn't feel pain be affected when he can't feel pain? Like how can he have empathy, not knowing how it feels when other people get fucked up? So what I'm thinking is, he gets fucked up, everybody else gets fucked up, and then he starts realizing, oh shit, I don't want these people hurt. So then he at least have some type of form of empathy. I think they're really studying him. They want to see how will he respond if he sees people he knows going through fucking pain and suffering and whatnot, if they don't like it. So how would that work? It's probably going to be a mid-ground. It's probably going to be like, okay, I don't want them in pain, but at the same time, I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm gonna try not to let it happen, but I don't know how I can feel for them like that, because he doesn't feel it. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that. Peace. I could turn this damn thing off.